My dad faked his death for insurance money, and I helped. I was 17 when my dad died, or at least, that's what I thought. There was a funeral, a casket, tears, a hollow speech from my aunt about how strong we must be now. But a month later, I heard banging in the basement, and everything I thought I knew came crashing down. Let me start from the beginning. My name is Alex. We weren't rich, but we weren't starving either. Mom worked retail. Dad ran a small plumbing business. He always smelled like pipe glue and black coffee. Things started to shift when the business slowed down. He came home angry, tired, short-tempered. The bills were stacking up on the kitchen table like Jenga bricks. Then one day, Dad had what he called a solution. I remember him looking at me from across the table, real serious.
Alex,
He said,
if something ever happens to me, you and your mom will be okay. Got it?
I didn't get it. Not at the time. 2 weeks later, he left for a job in another city. That was the last time we saw him. Mom got the call 3 days later. Car crash, Highway 14. His truck exploded. No remains recovered, just the license plate. I thought maybe they'd made a mistake. But we had insurance, dental, car, life. They paid out $500,000. Mom broke down when the check came. He left this for us, she whispered. But things never felt closed. There was no closure, just silence where he used to be. One night, about a month after the funeral, I couldn't sleep. I went downstairs to get a snack, and that's when I heard it. Bang! Then another, from the basement. We never used the basement. It was always locked. I leaned in, a voice, a cough. Then someone whispered my name.
Alex.
I dropped the orange juice. The voice? It was my dad's. I thought I was dreaming, or going crazy, but I wasn't. I grabbed the spare key and opened the basement door. It was pitch black. Dust floated in the flashlight beam like ghosts. I took the stairs one by one. My heart was in my throat. At the bottom, tucked behind a mattress and old Christmas boxes, was my father, alive. Dad? He put a finger to his lips.
Shh.
He was thinner, beard longer, eyes wild, but it was him.
I didn't die, Alex, but I need your help.
I couldn't breathe. He explained everything in whispers.
The crash was staged. The explosion? Rigged. I bailed out a mile before it happened. Left just enough behind.
Why?
Because we were drowning. I had no choice. The life insurance saved you.
I shook my head. Does Mom know?
Number? And she can't. Not yet.
He'd been living in the basement for a week. Snuck in through the outside hatch, sleeping on a cot, eating canned food, showering with jugs of water. I was in shock.
I need another month,
He said.
Then I'll disappear for good.
I didn't say yes, but I didn't call the cops either. The next few weeks were a blur. I snuck him food, lied to Mom about my late nights, skipped class. At night, I'd sneak down to talk to him. We laughed again. He told stories. He promised me he'd fix everything. I wanted to believe him, but then he asked me to do something I couldn't ignore.
Alex?
He said one night.
I need you to get my passport.
What?
There's a bag in the attic. It has my fake ID, plane tickets. I'm flying to Panama.
That's when I realized this wasn't temporary. He wasn't staying for us. He was running away. I found the bag. Inside was a passport under a different name. There were stacks of cash, a burner phone, and a USB. What's on this? I asked.
Backup.
He said.
Just in case.
That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing my mom in the kitchen. She was humming the same lullaby she sang when I was 6. When Dad used to hold me, I made my decision. The next morning, I went to the basement with the bag. I can't help you anymore, I said. He stood up, furious.
You think you're smarter than me? I did this for you.
Number you did this for yourself. He stepped closer.
You're gonna ruin everything.
I dropped the bag at his feet. Then ruin me. I walked away. That night, I called someone I hadn't spoken to since the funeral. My Uncle Mark, a cop. I told him everything. He didn't believe me. Until I sent him a photo I took from the basement. The next day, the house was surrounded. SWAT FBI. News vans. My mom stood there frozen as agents pulled her husband, the man we buried, out of our basement in handcuffs. Turns out, Dad had done more than fake his death. He'd committed insurance fraud, identity theft, and had ties to some offshore schemes. The USB, it had evidence, names, money trails. He'd planned to vanish with millions. My mom collapsed when she saw him.
How could you?
He didn't answer. He just stared at me. Not with anger, not even shame, just emptiness. I testified in court. They gave him 25 years. I haven't visited him since. But sometimes I get letters, mostly blank pages, except for one sentence.
Did I really lose you too?
I don't know how to answer that, because I lost him first. Not when he faked his death. Not when he hid in our home. Not even when he lied to my face. I lost him the moment he chose escape. Over us. If you've ever wondered what it's like to bury someone, twice, don't. Some people will say they're doing it for you, but if they have to disappear, lie, or destroy what's real, it's not for you, it's for them.
If this story hit you like it hit me, drop a comment below and tell me, would you have helped your dad or turned him in? I read every single one, and if you want more powerful, twisted stories that make you feel something, hit that subscribe button, because truth is stranger than fiction. And here, we don't just tell stories, we uncover what people hide. The craziest part, this isn't even our wildest story. Subscribe to our channel, You Won't Believe This, and find out what's coming next.